Hello everyone, my name is Jake Maffey, and for this mock interview, I'll be interviewing for an entry-level sales position. I'll begin by asking each question as the interviewer, and then I'll answer as the candidate. What motivates you? Really to just get up and be better every day, to beat yesterday, essentially to minimize regret and live every day making those decisions I know my future self would wish I'd made in the past. Really, I see growth as a human and as an individual is equally as important as growth in your professional career. And I think with those things going hand in hand, I can develop skills in every facet of life and become more well-rounded, and then be able to use those skills for my professional career. My availability, I could work Monday through Friday. Typical 8:30 to 5 is fine. I've had experience working 9 to 5s before, and as long as my work life doesn't really bleed into the weekend, I'd say it all works out perfectly. Who's your mentor? I'd say I really appreciate Johnny Cash. And it might seem far-fetched for a sales interview, but I understand that his impact was something that can be carried into every aspect of life, but especially handling people. No matter what background you've come from or what position you may currently be in life, you are able to just approach another one as a human and treat others with respect. And the start of building good relationships is being open to new relationships in the first place and not judging a book by its cover in the first place. And I think that helps very well in an industry like sales, because we're looking not to just sell a product, but to be someone you can rely on and trust, and doing business together. So the next question, how do you handle pressure? I'd say growing up wrestling, I face pressure basically every weekend with tournaments, and I know that when I get into a competitive situation, whatever obstacle I'm going through is just a temporary battle. And I've taught myself that, I can almost pass any test I'm put through, by being tested by that sport early on in my life. And next question would be, what would your direct reports say about you? I'd say I'm a pretty hard worker, especially that I'm always available to work when called upon, and I'm able to step up in moments where my coworkers may need a break or may really be relying on me to basically make the clutch shot. I feel like I've been helpful to my teams in the past by just being strong and keeping my head up while I'm going through, maybe a new experience or a tough customer. And I think that would make me a leader. So my next question would be, are you a leader or a follower? And I believe I'm a leader, because I've been able to put myself in each other's shoes. And I don't separate myself as being different from anybody I work with, no matter the level of employment or your background. And I think because of that, I'm able to motivate people and build almost a family wherever I work by just making people feel comfortable and knowing that I understand. And leading by example is the next step, by standing on your actions and not talking as much, but more so showing the others around you how to act, how to care for others, and how to just conduct yourself in a way that benefits everybody. What was the last book I read for fun? I read East of Eden, actually. It took me a long time to finish, but really glad I sat through it because it got amazing toward the end. It was a bit much at first, but I enjoy reading a lot. And what was your hobbies, or what are your hobbies? I'm a musician and I'm an artist, so I play bass, I play guitar, I teach at a music school, I paint, I make beats in my free time. And next question would be, what are some of your leadership experiences? At School Rock, my job requires where I take groups of classes anywhere from children up to adults and seniors, and we have to essentially coordinate the band with students who are pretty new to music and help them learn to play a song, in essentially a fresh environment. And it takes a lot of being on top of it to really make sure that you don't lose everyone's attention, but you don't come off as, overbearing or controlling. So, final question, would you work 40 hours plus? Yes, I have before, and I feel like anything more than that is a lot, but, that's a lot of times required by, jobs that my friends and family have worked at, so I'm not afraid of more than 40 hours.